journey that we've all been on. Her first one was back in May. So we need to show her that FanX is the place to be, right? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Prepon. Do you want to sit on the end? No, I'm good.
Hi guys. Seeing my picture in front of me like this?
I brought some props.
Hi guys!
We're going to talk about these even though she doesn't want to see her face in front of me.
What's going on here? Oh, my name.
What's your name?
Okay, cool. Hi.
Hi. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
Have you done panels before? This part is not a first rodeo.
No. I haven't been to this convention before, but I've done panels.
Cool. Okay. Well, we're going to, like we talked about this.
Oh yeah, sure. It's funny because that's usually the last thing is my voice is like a beacon. And I usually don't need a mic, but this is fantastic. Is this better?
Yeah. I was coming out of the corridor and I was like, oh, where's her?
You can hear my voice through brick walls.
I love your voice.
Thank you.
That was one of the things in that 70s show that I was like, I get her. You know, like Donna was so relatable, am I right? Like she was the go-to Jackie. I'm like, I don't understand. I love her. But Donna was my girl. I was like, yes.
Thank you.
No, didn't care about what anybody thought. And I kind of feel like you can
my voice is
that.
kind of a giveaway. Like if I'm out in public, if I'm like with my kids, I try not to talk. And it's weird, it's a lot of big questions, but as soon as people hear my voice, they're like, oh my god, that's
I know.
So yeah, my voice is just kind of a giveaway.
I get that too. I was in a store in line and the girl in front of me, the lady was like, we'll be with you in just a moment. I was like, no problem. And the girl in front of me goes, I know that voice. Dude, I hadn't seen her for 15 years.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
So I get it. But it's good, own it. Just
I do, guys. Thanks.
All right, let's jump right into it. Let's have our first question.
Oh, cool.
Thank you. Hi. Nice to meet you. My name is Spencer.
Hi, Spencer.
Nice to meet you. I'm a middle school teacher in West Jordan. I'm curious, when the first season of Orange is the New Black came out, I watched 3 episodes before I realized that you and Kate Milgrew were you. I didn't recognize you.
Okay.
I didn't realize Donna. Oh my, what?
Yeah.
That's Donna. What's Donna doing in prison?
Yeah.
And same with Kate Milgrew. I don't know if you're Star Trek.
Yeah, she's amazing.
With Captain Jacob, that just freaked me out. So I guess my question is, what was the transition of, okay, you're Don Vinciati, the girl next door, now you're a high-powered drug dealer in prison. How did you, or did people like still say, oh hey, it's Donna?
I mean, I did projects in between, so for me it was like I had a little bit of a, right after 70s ended, I did a show called October Road, and then I did some movies in between. I did a show where I portrayed Chelsea Handler, where I played I actually played Chelsea, and Chelsea Handler played my sister.
Which is a little story.
Yeah, it was. And then what's funny is with Orange, I originally auditioned for the role of Piper. And when they sent me the script and I read it, first of all, they were like, it's on Netflix. I was like, what is Netflix? Because nobody knew what it was. The House of Cards hadn't aired yet. Netflix was not a thing. So when my team called and said, you've got to read the script, it's on Netflix, I'm like, wait, is it that mail-in DVD thing? I'm like, I think I have 100 DVDs I never returned.
I'm still paying for it.
For real, nobody knew what it was. And they're like, they want you to audition for Piper. And I was like, who's Alex? I'm like, they cast Alex because I knew Alex was my girl. And I went in, I auditioned for Piper, and then immediately they brought me, Genji Cohan, who created the show, brought me back in for Alex, and then I ended up, getting it. But later, when I asked Genji, I was like, so Genji, what was it? Like, why for Alex? I was curious. She's like, well, I never believed, she's like, if you played Piper, she's like, I didn't believe that you couldn't defend yourself in prison. And I was like, all right. But yeah, Taylor and I mean, we did a whole chemistry read. Taylor Schilling plays Piper. And the first time we acted together, it was just like so much chemistry, it was just like magic. And
well, thank you so much. Can you say hi to my 8th graders?
Hi guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Orange was kind of one of those shows that really launched Netflix too. Like,
Yeah.
it was the one that everybody, when people, I hadn't barely signed up for Netflix, there was like, have you watched Orange is the New Black? I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, Orange is what? No.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
I, of course, did, and that was the end of the story.
Yeah, I mean, what's really cool is like, I had this really amazing opportunity to be on an incredible multi-camera sitcom, like that 70s show, which was on Fox, right? Like, network television, we came out once a week until we got syndicated, and then we were on every day. But I was like boots on the ground with that kind of world, which is amazing, just like regular prime time. And then to be boots on the ground as Netflix like took off, and the way that we consume entertainment literally 180.
Yeah.
So I was like watching it happen before my eyes. It was really interesting. And now the way that we watch entertainment is mostly streaming, you know? So it's really, I'm just really so fortunate to have been a part of being able to be witness to that, you know?
Are you a binger or one episode a week?
It's funny, I actually don't watch as much as I would like to, just by nature of, I have, you know, 2 young children, but I do love a binge, you know?
I love that feeling when Netflix is like, are you still there? Yes, stop judging me.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me. Why are you like, no, it's a good question.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be first.
I know.
We talked about this.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. It's a great question. Come ask your question. She jumped up. She's so excited.
Okay.
She's excited.
What's your name?
You met me earlier.
Emmanuel.
You met me earlier. I'm really sorry.
What's wrong?
Take your time.
You're okay.
Aww.
So now you get a hug.
You're good, girl. You're good.
You're good.
Sorry, I shouldn't be kissing like that. No, you're good.
So sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Sorry. I didn't want to hurt you.
No. You're good. It's all good. It really, it's all good. Not a problem.
We all get emotional about things, right? Everybody, like, sometimes your emotion just gets you.
Let me ask a question.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry about the picture and everything. I just.
Deep breaths. Yes.
Alright. Okay, so I used to be part of the Supernatural fandom.
Okay.
And now I hate your co-star with a passion. And that's part of the reason why I was going into a really bad state like that, where I got you to sign some stuff, and you know. And part of the reason was because like your co-star attacked me.
What?
Yeah, he verbally attacked me. And I've had a bitter grievance with him for almost 10 years now at this point.
Oh my.
So I'm trying to get better, and I thought I could complete this chapter with you here, but maybe pull my head out of my ass and say thank you. But I wanted to ask, so your co-star said for Carla, that he's like, don't talk to me about it, I had nightmares, I gotta go to therapy. But I've seen like some interviews, or like I've read some interviews saying that you were just like, the set was gross, and I've heard why it was gross. I'm not gonna say it out loud for everyone. But I was wondering, why do you think you were able to walk away from that project, but he, on the other hand, is like, don't talk to me about it?
I appreciate your question. I can't speak for his experience. So this was a project that I did, oh my gosh, years and years ago.
2005, 2004.
Yeah, it was a long
2006,
time
something
ago.
like
And you had an encounter with a man that I was in the movie with.
that. Yeah.
Who I think does quite a few conventions, but
He does creep cons.
yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what his experience was in that regard.
He thought he was method acting, and then he finds out he's playing a real life clown, and he's like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think to answer your question, I can't speak to Nisha's experience.
Okay.
You'd have to talk to him about that.
I'm not talking to him,
But
we're with each other.
yeah, so I can't speak to that. But for me, the only reason I could say that I chose to do that role back then was because I had been on a sitcom that I was so blessed to be on for that long, and I wanted to do a role where I could try to like understand that kind of person after portraying this wonderful woman like Donna. When that movie came across my desk, I was like, oh, how interesting to try to humanize someone like this. So I went at it purely as an actor to understand that. So the answer is that's why I chose to do that project. Yes, it was not a great set. It was not a comfortable set. The director was fired and replaced. I was told to walk off the set, which I didn't do, but people who were responsible for keeping us on time were like, you shouldn't leave the set. It was just, sometimes you're a part of a project where not everything is as it should be. And what my experience, that's why I chose the role. I can't speak for Alicia.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm sorry that you had a bad experience.
Yeah, we're good. We're good now.
Okay.
As long as he stays at Cream Cons, and I don't go to them anyway, so.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But thank you. You are a wonderful person, and again, I'm really sorry.
It's all good. Thank you so much.
I think as an actor, you have to kind of find those roles that stretch your bounds, right? You were Donna for so long,
Right.
And, this great girl next door that everybody's like, oh, and like you said, apples to oranges, when you got Alex, like that has to be such a different experience for you to just kind of 180 your mindset as you're working.
Yeah, I mean, I think, for me, I always try to look at the material first, and it's one of the main reasons why when I read Orange, I'm like, I have to be part of this, even though I don't know what Netflix is, I don't know, no one knows what this thing is, but it was about the work, and I always try to approach my projects with it's about work, and then to try to understand these different people.
Hi.
Hi, thanks. Yeah, I'm Brian. I have a question, but my daughter Madeline wanted to ask one too, real quick.
My favorite color is green, purple, blue, and golden.
That's a lot.
Those are good colors.
She wants to know what your favorite color is.
Oh my, that's a good question. You
Is
know
it
what it is?
orange?
I love the color that you're wearing. That's a great color. Purple.
You love purple?
Yeah, it's my daughter's favorite color too. How old are you?
7.
Okay, so my daughter just turned 8. You guys are good buddies.
Good age.
Yeah. Very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, my question is, huge fan of that 70s show, so I was just wondering what your favorite memory was from filming and from that whole experience.
Oh boy, I mean, we did 200 episodes of that show, which is like amazing. Honestly, I think it was just us just messing around. I mean, we were all, I was brand new. Mila had done something before. Wilmer was brand new. Kutcher was brand new. I think Danny had already done some movies by then, and Topa was brand new. Like, we didn't know. We were all very, in the beginning, you just like put a camera on us, and we were just hanging out. Thank
Down the
goodness.
street.
Thank goodness. But it was just like, I think just our time together. And we really were friends off camera as well as on camera, so I think it was just that experience. Even now, if I hear Ted Rutherford, Hello, It's Me, all like start crying. And Topa's the same way. Like if we hear that song, because it's such a really important song, especially in the pilot, it's just so many feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who do you keep in touch with still from it?
All of them. Everybody. I just saw Topa a little while ago. I just saw Taylor actually like a couple weeks ago from Orange. We're all, I've been really fortunate to work with great people, so, and when you work with someone, I did 70s for 8 years and Orange for 7 years. So many things happen during that span of your life. Like on Orange, I had babies, and, we're all like doing all these different things. It's really amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mila Kunis is part of her post.
Yes, she is. Yeah. Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I've got one question.
What's up?
I've got one question.
Okay.
Did you expect to be an actor like growing up? Was it like your first choice as a career
It was not my first, honestly, it wasn't even part of my anything, you know? I'm from a small town in Jersey, and I was actually going to be a doctor because my father was a surgeon. And that was my whole trajectory. And I had never taken an acting, I had never thought even it was possible to be an actor. It just wasn't in my, nobody I knew was acting, it just wasn't part of my experience. And then I really just like stumbled into it by some grace of whatever you believe. I was like, wow, I'm, you know, and I just, my life took a path.
Yeah.
And I kind of saw an opportunity and I just never looked back.
Do you enjoy it? Or you like the road you did?
Yeah, I love it. It's the best. I mean, I had to learn like on the ground. Like I didn't know. I mean, even on 70's show, I'm like, oh my god, imposter syndrome. It's like I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, why am I here? Like this is, you know. And then fortunately, Donna Pinciotti was just so me. And when I later, again, I always like to know why I get a job when I get it. So like with Donna, I auditioned, and then at the end of the audition, I auditioned and then they flew me out to Topher from Jersey to LA. And I went to LA and I read Topher. And after the reading, what cinched the deal, Bonnie Turner and Terry Turner were like, wrote Wayne's World, and like they, you know, they worked on SNL forever. They're like these phenomenal Tommy Boy, like killer writers. And they worked their careers on the Sunday show. So they're sitting there, and at the end of it, I finished my reading. I'm like, we good? And I put my hands down on the table and pushed myself up, and they were like, that's done. So that's one of the things that just like, you know, but every day I was like, this is crazy. And I just never stopped learning.
Yeah.
I was in acting classes, I was like going to film school at night, trying to be a director, like all this stuff. I just never stopped learning.
Thank you so much. Directing's kind of become your new passion, right? Like,
yeah, I love it.
You're just diving headfirst.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I started directing, I did this little independent film called Lightning Bug, and I, again, like brand new actor, I don't know how I got this role either, but I did. Luckily, they didn't want me to do a dialect, which was nice, because we were shooting in the South, but I really wasn't good at like dialects. So I was very happy not to have to do one at that time in my life. But I saw these group of guys standing around, and this movie had like no money, like it was very iffy. And I saw this group of guys standing around, and I'm like, who are they? And my director's like, that's the second unit. And I was like, all right, what do they do? And he's like, well, they go out and they get all the shots that like the main unit doesn't have time to get, right? And I was like, okay, well, I'm off for a couple days, give them to me, and I'll go get the shots. And he's like, do you know how to direct? And I was like, of course. Of course I do. No idea. But I'm like, I followed my director, David Trainer, on the 70's show for 2 years already. I'm like, I can do this. And it turned out really great, and it was awesome. And I got a list of 16 shots, and I went out with my crew, and I knew that I needed something, like I needed to get a guy on a tractor, and I knew he needed to sign something. So I hand wrote on like a notebook, like I give my consent, and he signed it. And I filmed, and we did all these things. And then I ended up becoming the second director. And then I just never looked back. I kept directing. I directed on Orange in seasons 5, 6, and 7. I directed a lot of that 90's show last year.
Just directed the back end.
Yeah, I directed a big chunk of that, yeah.
I'm like, this is not me being like, but you can see a difference in the style, in the depth of the episodes, in my opinion. I hate when shows can't end with that, you know, finality is just a random ending.
Yeah.
It's fine, I digress, but I thought they were right.
Thank you. Yeah, there were a lot, I mean, I understand that set like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
So like, I walked into that home and basement and I knew exactly, we're like, okay, this is what Eric and Donna used to do, this is where Kelsey would fall over this. Like we would, and I think that when people watched, the other director was phenomenal, her name's Gail Cuso, love her. But what's interesting is when I worked with the actors, I just knew it was just inside baseball. And and when people watched the show, they kind of picked up on these things and it felt great. Anyway.
Been on the other side of the
Yeah, it was great, exactly. Exactly.
Hi, buddy.
My name's Justin.
Hi.
What was it like acting on the 70's show?
It was really fun. And we laughed a lot. Yeah. It was a lot of hard work, but it was worth it, and we laughed a lot. Yeah.
I heard it was a bit emotional for you at the end.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
what it takes.
Yeah, oh my gosh, we were at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could not stop crying. It was.
It's a family.
It is. It was. Mila and I were complete, just absolute messes. All of us were crying. Everybody was crying. Yeah, it was bittersweet for sure. For sure.
Favorite guest star to work with, and do you have a favorite memory from that time?
Oh boy, we did have so many guest stars. Well, interestingly enough, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was on our show. Not many people know that. When he was just breaking in as an actor, he was still a wrestler. That was really fun working with him. Because that's when he was like, still doing the eyebrow thing.
Right, and the hair. He
Yeah.
still had hair.
Yeah, he was still doing the whole thing. So that was really cool. Oh man, we had like Mary Tyler Moore, just like our Betty White. I mean, we were so fortunate. It was really cool. I can't choose just one. I mean, these like baller actors. It was just really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Woody.
Hi, I'm Christian. Woody. So I'm going to quote the volunteer at the door. He bought a Woody doll here,
Okay.
and he said, "Everybody needs a Woody." And would you marry this?
Would I
If
marry?
you were happily single and whatever, would you marry me?
All right.
She's too busy.
Too busy.
She's too busy. She's got so much.
Do you want to pull my string?
It's a good costume.
Yeah.
I will say, my son will like that costume.
Yeah.
No, it's all okay. Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
though.
thank you.
Okay.
I mean, you've got so much going on right now. You've got your recipes, which, speaking of, I'm going to push her since she won't. This is her first book. It's called The Stash Plan. I hate dieting, as you can probably tell. This is not a diet, and I have learned so much from this book. I've never had anything explain the workings of the human body and how everything works together and impacts your body. And I drink Bold Brother.
I do love them.
I mean, it's been like a week, but I'm on a
It's
roll.
all good, girl.
New York Times best-selling author. Did you guys know that? She climbs Mount Kilimanjaro. She hang glides over New Schwanstein, that's the Disney castle. You're busy.
Yeah, I like doing a lot of stuff. I have a lot of interests. The reason why that book I wrote, because and not even so much like, yes, I guess you could call it a diet book, but I think you're saying that it's not. I wrote this because I was dealing with my own health struggles for a long time, and my mother was a gourmet chef. So, but one thing about my mother, she was never at the table. I'm the youngest of 5 kids. And she was never eating dinner with us. And when I started cooking for myself, my friends, my family, I wanted to figure out a way to help people get nourishing food on the table quicker, less time, less stress. That's what I wrote. Yeah.
My mom was the exact same way. I think we're in a new generation of that.
Yeah. And I also, I do a lot of my YouTube videos, a lot of it is about cooking as well. That's always like the crux of it, that's about helping people get through those areas.
You gotta try her cold brew coffee. What do you call it, a potion?
I think I call it my cold brew moonshine.
Yes,
Yeah.
cold brew moonshine. It's
Yeah.
friendly, but it's so good. You gotta try it.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Donna. My name's Marlena.
How are you, Marlena?
I'm good. My question is, doing that 70s show and then that 90s show, who was your favorite co-star? Like, who did you have the most fun doing sets with?
Boy, that's a really hard question to answer. I honestly, please don't let this sound like a cop-out. I love all of my customers. Like, I don't know what to say. Everybody's so different, and everybody really figured out their comedic lanes. You know what I mean? And toward the end of 70s show, we all were it was just like this well-run. It was like a train. It was like a bullet train. It started out as like the little engine that could. We almost got canceled so many times. Nobody knows this. When we first went on the air, we were literally, no one knew who we were. We were totally just a group of kids hanging out in the basement in Wisconsin. It didn't exist. And they put us I'm pretty sure they aired us between the X-Files and something else, and I can't, The Simpsons and the X-Files, I think we were like in between there. Yes, I know, and I'm like, you know, and I remember hearing like Davis and company like grumbling about like, what is this show? I can't, that's hearsay. I can't say for sure. But I'm also like, kind of like the guy, like
Right.
nobody knew the
He's X-Files.
And I tell you, Mulder, he's Mulder, right?
Yes.
And amazing. But people don't realize, like, it took us a minute to catch on, you know what I'm saying? And then we did, and then it was incredible, and then we became like this full-on bullet train. But I don't know how to answer who I'd like to play about that, because it was just this little, like this hodgepodge of misfits just stuck together in the basement, you know? Yeah, thank you.
One of the things that I find fascinating is when you were in that 70s show, none of your co-hosts of your friend group had been born in the 70s.
Right.
Right? Like nobody had lived through the 70s.
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
Mila was like 14, I think, when she booked the show.
She was.
She lied. She lied because they have to know if you're under 18. Because if you're under 18, you need a teacher, and they don't want to pay for a teacher. So they were like, are you under 18? And she said, yes, I will be someday.
She said, I'll be 18 on my birthday. But she doesn't
Someday
know.
I'll be 18, but she neglected to say that, but now she was 14. And then she booked it, and, you know, she was amazing as Jackie, so they're like, all right, fine, we'll get a teacher.
But then you go to that 90s show and you have the same situation where these kids, they don't know what a rotary phone is. Who knows what a rotary phone is? Ah, these are my people.
Yeah.
What was that like to yourself have to learn about how the world worked before you were even a part of the world, and then have to teach these kids things that are so ingrained in us?
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I remember the day that Ashton walked on set and he said he was doing this thing called Twitter. And we're like, what is Twitter? Like, none of us knew. Like, when we started the show, we didn't have phones, we didn't have, you know what I mean? And now you look at, and again, it's like going from there to then being on something like Orange or whatever, like being able to kind of experience this stuff. I'm sure many people can say that as they live through the decades of, you know, just life. But, you know, going back and being with these kids on 90 show. I mean, the first thing we did was, as a director, Gail put this in a place, and I thought it was brilliant. She was like, nobody has a phone on set, period.
Oh wow.
So none of the kids were allowed to have their phones.
Smart.
And it was really smart. And she put that rule in, and I love that she did that because it forced them to have to hang out with each other like we did. You know? And they became so much closer because of it.
You don't sit in the basement anymore, so you get to know each other.
Totally. So that was really cool. There were a bunch of little things. I'm trying to remember, like, oh, gosh, there were just so many, like, with the 360 scenes, that took a minute to kind of like explain to them what it was, you know? Yeah, exactly. And how it worked.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, so when we used to film 360 scenes, there were no edits. It was a one, which means you have to get the entire scene in one take. So if you were doing this scene for like, you know, however many minutes, and right at the end you flubbed your line, the tape was trashed. So if you were the one that flubbed your line at the end, it was like, nah, like everyone's like throwing pillows at you.
Laura, we talked about
And like this whole thing. But, you know, but for the kids this time, there's, you know, whenever you go from one kid to the next, if they flub a line, you can cut in the middle now because technology. but when we used to do it, it was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure, and it was fun, and I love that pressure. Like, that pressure made it good.
Yeah.
So,
Keep on your toes.
yeah, so it was like trying to explain that to these kids, and these kids were so good. They were so good. Yeah.
Hi, Laura. I just wanted to share, I grew up with you. From
Thank you.
The 70s shows to Orange is the New Black, And then obviously, like now as an adult, the 90s show.
Thank you.
So my question I wanted to ask you, how did it feel when you were on the 70s show and doing the last show? And then when you started up the first show, the 90s show, like how did those feelings like feel?
That's a good question. So when as we just chatted about, like when the 70s show ended, it was really bittersweet. Like we were so sad. It was like an end of an era, for real. Like it was really sad and putting these characters to bed. Like it was just, it was kind of hard to do, you know. But then life moves on, just like it does for all of us, you know. It's like, and then when I got the call to come back and do 90, Bonnie Turner, the same one who hired me, and I don't think that, called me and she was like, I want you to come back and be Donna, and I want you to direct. And I was like,
No pressure.
You deserve to
I
direct that show, just so you
thank
know.
thank you. And I, you know, first of all, the first thing I said to her was, I wouldn't be anywhere without you. So whatever you need from me, I'm there. She gave me my break, you know, she's everything. And then when I walked back onto the set, a lot of the sets were exactly the same. A lot of the crew was exactly the same. My assistant director when I directed 90 show was the same assistant director on 70 show. So all these people, the girl who did my hair was the same, my makeup girl was different, the woman who dressed the sets was the same, Tara, so many of this crew was the same. So it was like really, really magical. And I walked onto these sets, and as soon as I saw them, I just burst into tears. It was so emotional, and you know, and also the first episode of 90s, so many of us came back, you know, so that was just, oh my gosh, hearing that live audience, because we filmed in front of 350 people. There are 4 cameras on us, but there's 350 people.
Again, no pressure.
And I know, we thrived in it. It was terrifying, but we also really thrived in it. But like, when Fez came back out for the first time, it literally, like my ears still hurt by like this, it was just so much excitement, it was so magical. And of course, like when Topher and I did our first scene again, you want to know what's crazy? So Topher and I, again, you know, 8 years, Eric and Donna, we did this scene and we were rehearsing it, and immediately, we talk about this thing called muscle memory, where it's just like, you know, when you open the front door to your own house, you don't even have to think, you just open it, it's like muscle memory, you know, put your key in the door, you know, how if you have a cabinet door in your kitchen that sticks, you know you always have a little extra, you just get this in the muscles. It's the same as an actor. So Topher and I, when we went back on 90s show, there was a scene in the former kitchen where he had to like get angry at our daughter Leia. And he stood there and I stood up and was holding right in behind him. And it was like Eric and Donna, like back in effect. And Topher and I looked at each other and we were just like, that was so creepy. Like we just felt right back into formation with each other. It was so fun. So there's things like that were just like magic, you know? It was magic.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I love your mom. Don't worry, honey. I got it.
Exactly like
Like,
Carrie.
oh,
And
great.
Topher's
She's
so
got
funny.
18 max. He's like, yeah.
But Topher's so funny, like immediately as there, he's just like, yep, and like, didn't
Okay.
even like, it's
Good
just
job.
like,
You want a cookie?
it's just so funny.
Hey Laura.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? I'm Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine.
Big fan of that 70s show.
Thank you.
My question to you is, did you and the actor for Eric ever date outside of that 70s show?
Oh my goodness.
Should we talk about that?
No, we didn't.
No.
No, we didn't. We were just buddies.
Awesome.
But I love him.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like working together for such long periods of time, you just kind of get that, like, your instant friends, your buddies, you just get comfortable with each other, but that's just where it stays. And then, you know, it carries out like with Mila, like,
Yeah.
you guys are still friends. She's in her other book. I told you I'm gonna pick.
Oh my gosh.
This is
Yeah.
called You and I as Mothers, and you call it the 4th trimester. Because
Yeah.
there's all of these books about how to be a mom when you're pregnant, but then as soon as you got the baby out, it's like, okay, have fun. You're on your own.
Yeah.
This book was, I'm not a mom, and I gained so much from this book. It talks about how to, like, just make sure you're putting yourself, your relationship, your family first, and, you know, kind of that work-life balance, and it was so cool for me to read. And I've already been like, do you have a kid? You have to read this. Do you eat food? You have to read this. Like, they're so good.
No, I appreciate,
Laura just asked me to go.
I appreciate the support. It's really wonderful because I mean, these are really meaningful to me. I wrote the motherhood book because I was absolutely terrified becoming a mother, and I felt like there wasn't anything out there for us to read. That's why, I mean, when I write things because I feel like there was a need for them, and there's a void that I want to fill that's not, I just didn't find books. I felt like there were books that were either like making a joke about motherhood, or that was like a serious, like, you know, very, like, what to expect when you're expecting, or whatever, which is an amazing book, but it's of a different kind.
Yeah.
But I felt like there was something where you become a new mother and you're supposed to just know what to do, and most of us are absolutely terrified.
Right.
So that's why,
People
exactly.
who are in like-minded situations.
Yeah,
I feel like we're in a world now where we talk about our mental health.
yeah,
And it used to be that as a mom, you just had to be happy. You had a kid, you did your job, like that was that. There was no conversation about,
yeah,
I can't leave my kid to go on a date night, you
yeah.
know, and dealing with even just those little things. So I'm not a mom, I feel like it's incredible.
Yeah, thank you. I remember, so the show I did where I portrayed Chelsea Handler, the girl, the wonderful actress who played my best friend, she's the comedian Allie Wong. And Allie became a mom, she's so awesome. Allie became a mom before me. And I remember hanging out with Allie when I was really pregnant, and I was like, kids would tell me what to look out for. And she literally like looked back over her shoulders. She's like, girl, it's really hard. And I was like, why are we whispering? Why is it a secret that it's hard? So that's like why, you know, and we see each other, you know, many times and then we laugh about it, but that's one of the main reasons why, you know, it's like, it is hard. So let's talk about it. You know, let's help each other. You know.
And then you get your kid out.
What's that?
And then you get your kids
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Hi.
Sorry, I have a whole theory on why people don't admit that it's hard.
Yeah,
Because then people are like, oh, well then don't do it. And anyway, then nobody would have any children. So I have a super fast question and then a longer question. My super fast question is your hair naturally red?
Yes.
Because I know you go dark quite often, but the red is the natural, correct?
Red is my natural color, yeah.
Okay.
I went dark for Alex. And
Well, and on your book you're dark.
yeah, but that was turn orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And this was also turn orange too.
Because she wasn't busy enough acting and directing. Like, she needed to write 2 books and become an author.
And that brings me to my other question. You have been such a busy person all this time, and I'm absolutely like shattered that that 90s show isn't continuing.
I know, me too. It was so good.
So like, what's in your future? What's next for you? Have you got any projects in the works?
Yeah, I mean, with cooking, I have a culinary line that I'm working on. The first one is sold out, which is great. So
Congratulations.
thank you. Relaunching it, so that'll be coming back out. I have a
Next year,
which is nice. Yep. I'm an inventor. I have a patent for one of my products. Which
And
is
she's got this cutting board that like attaches the bag to it so that when you're cutting things, you know you're going to throw away the innards, or you want to keep it in the back. Why didn't we think of this before?
I don't know, but it's really exciting, so that's cool. That's like my first invention that I've ever gotten patented, so that was exciting.
And you're writing.
Yes. Honestly, I'm on a writing project that takes up a lot of my time right now. But yeah, I mean, I've always just juggled a lot of stuff. I just have a lot of ideas, and I need to put them somewhere. So, and fortunately, I get to do these wonderful things and call me like this. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to let all 3 of you come through because we got to wrap it up, but
I'm gonna stay here and hang, but there's other people you gotta see.
exactly, we have to give the other people a room.
There's other people you gotta see.
So all 3 of you, but we've only got a few quick minutes.
Perfect, I'll be quick. Hey Laura.
Hi.
Thank you for coming to FanX.
Yeah, of course.
And welcome to Salt Lake City.
Thank you.
My name is Ashley, and I'm here with my husband. His name is Pedro, and it's actually his birthday today.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
He's like, no, happy birthday.
I know he's gonna hate you for calling him out on that. He's a little shy. So we were curious, and we just wanted to know what your favorite piece that you've been into was, and what your favorite film is. It can be anything.
Oh boy. That I've been in?
That you've been in, and then your favorite film.
Just to
of all
watch.
time. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
You
that's.
can't narrow it down to a genre.
Yeah,
That's
no.
me.
I don't.
if you want.
I don't know how to answer the people that have been in because they were all such amazing parts of my life. Like I don't know, I don't know how I could ever choose between Donna or Alex. I just don't know how I can choose between those. And even the other projects I've been so lucky to be a part of, like obviously the two that affected my life the most, and it seems like it's affected you guys, is Donna and Alex for sure. And I agree. I miss them every day. So it's hard for me to kind of choose. In terms of a movie, oh boy, of all time.
I mean, do you want me to just throw some out?
I don't know.
Old school, you could go, Somewhere in Time, Back to the Future.
We could, Back to the Future's a good one.
National Lampoon, any of them?
Yeah, Chevy Chase is still for shout out, National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. Or let's do that. I don't even, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, it's so hard. I love Lego Extended, I love horror, all of the above.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, yeah. Cool.
Hi, my name is Shaylee.
Hi.
I'm also born and raised in Utah, so thank you for coming to me.
Of course.
Appreciate it. Donna was monumental to me growing up. I watched in between X-Files and Spins, whatever, Simpsons every night. I wake up in the middle of the night to see that 70 shows going. Thank you for your queer representation in Orange is the New Black.
Thank you.
Moving into a new director type thing, it seems like revamping shows is kind of a thing, like a
It
90s
is,
show.
yeah,
If there was
sure.
another thing you've been interested in or in yourself or other franchises that you'd like to revamp and direct, what would that be?
National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, definitely. Somebody recommended Halloween Vacation.
Oh my,
Right?
that's a great idea.
Like the Griswolds go to Salem.
Yes.
Can we make that happen?
Love that.
That'd be great.
Let's go talk to Cheddar.
Okay. Let's go talk to Cheddar.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. There's so many. Funny enough, I was researching Laverne and Shirley the other day. I don't know. I know, totally.
I mean, I'm for it.
And I was like, oh man, these women were so funny.
Yeah.
Something with really incredible, strong female leads.
Amen.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, last question. If nobody leave, because we're gonna do a selfie. With
Oh, that'd be fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm scared.
Oh,
Please,
you're
here.
good.
You got this.
My name is Paisley.
Hi.
I was wondering if you think Donna or Jackie should have ended up with Hyde, Kelso, or
I don't know. I mean, honestly, those writers were brilliant, so I wouldn't question how they ended it. Yeah. The writers on our show were just so, it's funny, like, to this point, the writers were so brilliant, whatever they did, I'm like, great. And same with the director. We had the same director, David Trainer, where every episode, 200 episodes, except for the pilot, which was a Manny Terry Hughes. And when I started directing, people were like, did you ever want to direct a zombie show? And I said, no, because I love that show. David was like our guy. Like, nobody would ever question, David, because he was so phenomenal. And it's kind of the same with the writers. Like, I don't question anything they did. I think they wrapped it up beautifully.
I think Hyde.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura, thank you so much for being here.